to another issue of Supplier TV Monthly Highlights with International PV Equipment Association, powered by PV Magazine and Solar International Magazine. Coming up in this week's edition. In top story, IPVEA launches a study on optimization of the supply chain within the worldwide solar PV industry and organizes a VIP event, First Solar Business Leaders Lunch, in Shanghai. In Supplier Market update, solar spending could reach $3.8 billion in 2014, says IHS. GTM Research predicts the top 50 PV module manufacturers will add 10 gigawatts in module capacity only in 2014. In business headlines, Manz posts record revenues despite sector contraction and refines its 6 fab. Bürkle adds 2 additional Bürkle Multi-Opening Lamination Lines at Jabil Poland. ROFIN acquires FiLaser's assets, including its unique laser cutting technology. M&W Group and Siemens start collaboration for battery production. RENA begins self-administration insolvency. Komax sells off parts of its solar business. Meyer Burger sees revenue drop despite increase in orders. And GTAT expects first Merlin orders soon. IPVEA announcements. The new issue of Energy Storage Journal is now online. Starting with top story. We start with our exclusive interview with Brian Ekus, Managing Director of IPVEA, about the launch of the new study on optimization of the supply chain within the worldwide solar PV industry and their VIP event, First Solar Business Leaders Lunch, in Shanghai on the occasion of the 8th annual SNEC.
IPVEA and Solar PV Consulting are conducting a study on the optimization of the supply chain within the worldwide solar PV industry. It's estimated today that the solar PV industry is losing annually between 400 and 500 million US dollars due to an unoptimized supply chain. And this figure is only expected to increase, and by 2018 it could be somewhere around $1 billion US dollars. So it's imperative that we draw the industry's collective attention into the field of supply chain management, which is the backbone of any robust global operating organization. The study's already commenced, and the results will be revealed at the first Solar Business Leaders Lunch in Shanghai, China. This is a VIP event and is being chaired by Fatima Tor of Lux Research and Laura Asfilicueta of IVASA. The first Solar Business Leaders Lunch in Shanghai, China is created by IPVEA, the Solar Business Club, and supported by SNEA, who also is the local Chinese organization that produces the 8th annual SNEC.
TV Supplier Market update. Analysts at IHS expect global expenditure on solar PV to increase by 45% on last year, reaching an estimated $3.8 billion. Latin America is expected to lead the way on the manufacturing growth with an expansion rate of 35%. Spending in the Middle East Africa will also enjoy a healthy year, increasing by 33%, with North America enjoying a 13% rise in investment. GTM Research predicts the top 50 PV module manufacturers will add 10 gigawatts in module capacity only in 2014. In our Supplier TV coverage of PV EXPO in Tokyo, we asked Coveme and Shoals about the opportunities for foreign suppliers on the Japanese market.
According to Coveme's opinion, Japanese market presents basically 2 main challenges. The first challenge is the constant request from Japanese customer regarding highly customized, custom-made products, and the second that these products needs to be cost-effective. These 2 challenges has to be withstood by anyone that want to tap into Japanese market. Because, for example, regarding the first one, a company that wants to enter Japanese market needs to have a adequately prepared R&D department in order to propose every time a differentiated portfolio of product, and every product has to comply with the high quality demand of the Japanese customer. The second is that the financial situation of the company has to be sound, because if you don't have a financially sound company, you cannot have a cost structure of the product that can allow to provide a competitive cost to the customer. I would add a second important challenge, a third important challenge, that is the language. it's basically impossible to get in touch with the Japanese potential customer if you cannot speak Japanese. That's why Coveme has an agent in Japan that is providing this service. Coveme has a very adequately prepared, properly prepared R&D department that has the R&D capability to satisfy Japanese customer requests and also the financial soundness needed for this market. I had also another element. We recently certified our, let's say, hot test items that are PYE SPV and PYE 3000 with the GET certification. This is also a pretty big barrier to entry of this market. If you don't have the GET certification, you cannot sell in Japan.
Up till about 1 or 2 years ago, the opportunities were very limited for foreign suppliers, but with the installations that are starting to occur, and supply constraints that the Japanese market has, all of us international companies are doing very well here, and the market has completely opened up for everybody outside the Japanese community. For Shoals, we'll be supplying hopefully racking, combiner boxes, harnesses, monitoring, all the essential things that we sell to everybody else around the world. And the good news is the Japanese, the market is wide open. It's like America 5 years ago, Germany 10 years ago, where they're open to all the innovations that all the international companies bring to the market.
TV supplier business headlines. German plant manufacturer Manz achieved record revenues of 266.2 million euros in 2013, driven by growth in the display and semiconductor sectors. Compared to 2012, last year's performance represents a 44.6% revenue increase. The solar segment accounted for 10.4 million euros, corresponding to a share of only 3.9%. In order to prevent any further collapse of the domestic PV market and to keep the PV industry in Germany, Manz calls for an active industry policy. The company sees growth potential for the plant manufacturer's PV business in the turnkey 6 production lines. The company just finalized its new facility, which promises to reduce 6 manufacturing costs by 10%. The German equipment supplier Bürkle has recently provided 2 additional multi-opening lamination lines to electronics manufacturing service provider Jabil in Poland. Each lamination line has 7 openings and can process 2 solar modules per opening, resulting in a capacity of 14 modules per cycle and approximately 120 megawatts per year. ROFIN, one of the world's leading developers and manufacturers of laser sources and laser-based solutions, and FiLaser, specialists in developing and designing singulation processes for brittle materials, announced that they have entered into an asset purchase agreement under which ROFIN will acquire the assets of FiLaser and subsidiaries. The transaction contains all intellectual property and is subject to customary closing conditions, expected to be finalized by the end of March. Siemens Industry Automation Division and M&W Group joined forces with the aim to advance the development of production technology for battery manufacturing and develop a complete control technology solution for the mass production of large-size batteries. Siemens will focus on devising a solution for automation and supervisory control and data acquisition technology, while M&W Group's key contribution will be the application-specific integration of the systems based on the manufacturing execution system. Germany's RENA began insolvency proceedings in the wake of continued financial problems experienced by its subsidiary SH&E. Insolvency proceedings will only impact RENA, with the company assuring investors that other domestic and foreign subsidiaries of the RENA Group would not be impacted by the restructuring. RENA is jointly liable for the debts of SH&E, which has been insolvent since February 19th and has enacted self-administration insolvency proceedings to enable the company to independently restructure itself. Swiss technology company Komax confirmed the sale of its 51% stake in Komax Jinken, a joint venture between Komax Group and China's Yinghu Jinken, in a move that sees the company distance itself from the solar industry. Once the transaction has been approved by the appropriate Chinese authorities, Yinghu Jinken will be full owners of the Komax Jinken brand and will continue the business's operations as normal. Despite the sale, the Komax Solar division enjoyed a relatively strong showing in 2013, generating sales of more than $22 million, which was more than double the revenues posted a year previously. Swiss engineering group Meyer Burger reported lower than expected demand in the early part of 2013, resulting in a decline in annual sales and a loss increase of 47%. Annual net loss amounted to $183.9 million, with sales decreasing by 69%. Demand for equipment increased later in the year, with majority of orders received towards the end of 2013. During the second half of the year, the company concluded several significant contracts for PV projects, as well as deals for specialized technologies outside the PV industry. According to PV Tech at the GT Advanced Technologies New Product and Technology Briefing, the company provided further insight into its game-changing Merlin cell metallization and interconnect technology, stating it expected first customer purchase orders in the second half of 2014. The company projected a possible $1 billion sales market for the technology by 2018. International PV Equipment Association announcements. The new issue of IPVEA's Energy Storage Journal, a quarterly B2B publication that covers global news, trends and developments in energy storage and smart grid markets, is online and can be downloaded free of charge by registering at energyjournal.com. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to meeting you next month.